Have you ever read the Old Testament and wondered, wow, why does God seem so angry and destructive sometimes? You're not alone. It's a tough question, and it's one that many people, even those with deep faith, have wrestled with. We see stories of floods, plagues, and entire cities being destroyed, and it can be hard to reconcile that with the image of a loving God. So, let's dive into this. It's really important to look at these stories within their historical and cultural context. In ancient Near Eastern cultures, gods were often seen as powerful warriors who fought for their people. The descriptions of God in these terms were a way for the writers to communicate his ultimate power and sovereignty in a way their audience would understand. It was language that showed God was stronger than any other god or king. But it's not just about power. A central theme in the Old Testament is the idea of a covenant, a sacred agreement between God and his people. When we see acts of destruction, they are almost always framed as a consequence of humanity breaking that covenant. Think of it as a divine response to widespread injustice, corruption, and turning away from moral and spiritual principles. These weren't random acts of anger, they were presented as the severe, but just consequences of people's choices. The goal was often to purify or remove a corrupting influence to protect the integrity of the community and its relationship with God. And here's the most important part, even in these difficult stories, we see threads of mercy and redemption. God always preserves a remnant, a small group to carry on the promise. Noah and his family were saved from the flood. Lot was led out of Sodom. A path to restoration was always provided. These acts of judgment were never the final word. They were meant to lead people back to a right relationship with God, paving the way for the ultimate story of love and redemption we see later on. It's a complex picture, but looking deeper helps us understand the bigger story God was telling. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more discussions like this.